Hello book lovers, I'm Khodakivska. This is Cat Josette, the writer's cat. Welcome to our channel. Today's Sunday book review will be dedicated not only to one book, but mainly to author and her other books, and her latest book in particular, because this author has so special place in my bookish heart. I had already told you the backstory about this author and how I discovered this author for me, but still, for all those who haven't watched this video, or for all those who are watching me for the first time, I will tell you the backstory once again. It was a couple of years ago. We were traveling and we happened to be at Albanian airport, and as I'm loving discovering new authors all and everywhere, so I was exploring one of the book stands at the airport, and there I found one book. I will start with this one. This book was One Little Mistake by Emma Curtis. I adored the book cover. I love the synopsis. I will read you in a second. And from this book, my bookish journey with incredibly talented Emma Curtis started. So I will tell you in this way. Emma Curtis is a brilliant master of multi-layered, multifaceted, tense, so very twisty, incredibly unputdownable, deeply psychological domestic thrillers. Each of her books is unique. With every single her book, Emma Curtis succeeds creating it mature and mature, more twisty, more tense, more captivating. So I will start from the first one, One Little Mistake, because from this one started my bookish journey with Emma Curtis. Vicky Seagrave is blessed. 3 beautiful children, a successful, doting husband, great friends, and job she loves. She should be perfectly happy. When she risks everything she holds dear on a whim, there is only one person she trusts enough to turn to. But she is about to learn that one little mistake is all it takes. That if you're careless with those you love, you don't deserve to keep them. Emma Curtis is an incredible author who creates brilliant deep psychological domestic thrillers with captivating plots, with memorable and vivid characters. I still remember all the feelings, all the features, all the emotions of this Vicky Seagrave. Can you imagine how powerfully, how well thought out, perfectly thought out the characters were? The writing style of Emma Curtis is always dynamic, enjoyable, and in most of the books, all the chapters are short. They're like big win. You're jumping from one chapter to another, and you just can't get enough. So this was the first book that I read. It was brilliant. It was gripping read. As Clara Douglas wrote about this book, I absolutely agree. This was the first book that I read by Emma Curtis, and when I found out the next one, When I Find You by Emma Curtis, it's obvious. I was in, and I bought it, I read it, I loved it. Here is the blurb. What do you do when someone takes advantage of your greatest weakness? When Laura wakes up after her office Christmas party and sees a man's shirt on the floor, she's horrified. But there is no ordinary one-night stand regret. Laura suffers from severe face blindness, a condition that means she is completely unable to identify and remember faces. So the man she spent all night dancing with and kissing, the man she thought she had brought home was pink shirt. But the shirt on her floor is blue. And now Laura must go to work every day and face the man who took advantage of her condition. The man she has no way of recognizing. She doesn't know who he is, but she's going to make him pay. It's mesmerizing, absolutely mesmerizing. It's dangerous, it's twisty. Every single book by Emma Curtis is very twisty, it's very tense, is deeply psychological, is very emotional. So this one was another gem by Emma Curtis. Then I was lucky to have the next one, The Night You Left. Just take a look how glorious the book cover is. Here the synopsis is the following. When Grace's fiancé vanishes without a trace the night after proposing, her life is turned upside down. But has Nick walked out on her, or is he in danger? As Grace desperately searches for answers, it too soon becomes clear that Nick wasn't the uncomplicated man she thought she knew. And when she uncovers a hidden tragedy from his childhood, she realizes an awful truth. That you can run from your past, but your secrets will always catch up with you. One more awesome feature of the books by Emma Curtis that they include so many family secrets. So dark family secrets, dangerous family secrets, while our characters are revealing them step by step, the characters are facing more and more mortal danger, more riddles, more secrets, and this note is getting bigger and bigger and bigger till the end with a mind-blowing ending. So this one is not an exception. So this was the next gem by Emma Curtis. Then my collection kept growing, and there was the next one, Keep Her Quiet. This one one of my favorite ones, because this is book about one of the characters is an author, and the plot is somehow focusing on his writing path, and it was incredible journey, and I truly adore the book cover. So here is the synopsis. Jenny has just given birth to the baby she's always wanted. She has never been this happy, but her husband Cleo knows this baby girl can be his. He's never felt so betrayed. The same night, a vulnerable young woman, Hannah, wakes to find her newborn lifeless beside her. She's crazed with grief. When chance throws Hannah into Leo's path, they make a plan that will have shattering consequences for all of them. Years later, a 16-year-old girl reads an article in a newspaper and embarks on a journey to uncover the truth about herself. But what she learns will put everything she has ever known and her own life in grave danger. Because some people will go to desperate lengths to protect the secrets their lives are built on. So that was what I was talking about, that all the characters created by incredibly talented Emma Curtis are facing mortal danger, grave danger, but still all the characters are very strong in all the aspects in their own ways, but still they are very strong characters, and I truly adore this feature in Emma Curtis books. So this was the next one. This was one of my favorite ones, because one of the characters is a writer, and it was really curious to read how his writing career, writing path was unfolding during the main plot. It was truly curious to read. So the next one was Invite Me In. Also one more great book cover. I truly adore this one. One more captivating, mind-blowing, and put-downable, deeply multi-layered and multifaceted. Why multifaceted? Because all the characters possess this kind of multifacedness in a positive aspect. The author managed to show the deeper tortures or deep feelings or emotions, different scales of their emotions and feelings, or how they show it into the world to other characters. That's why I'm calling it multifaceted in a positive aspect. This synopsis is the following. Those who think they know her, Eliza Corrin has it all: two healthy children, a stunning home, and a wealthy, adoring husband. No one would guess the reality of her life. Trapped in an unhappy marriage to a controlling man, she longs for a way out. When she takes a new tenant, her life changes unexpectedly. Dan Jones is shimmering and perspective and quickly becomes a close friend to the whole family. But Dan's arrival threatens to tip Eliza's fragile world out of balance. And when someone has as many secrets as Eliza does, the smallest slip could destroy everything. That's one of the features that I also truly adore concerning Emma Curtis' books. All her characters are like balancing on this edge of for a happy life and risk they are they possess enough courage to jump into something unknown, dangerous, and then they are powerfully, strongly, and mind-blowingly cope up with all the consequences after of all these jump into the abyss. So this one is also incredibly twisty, incredibly tense, incredibly captivating. As well as all other books by Emma Curtis. This one grabbed my attention from the first pages, from the first words, and kept me in suspense to the very end of the book. And then was another one that absolutely blew my mind. I remember that I read the book everywhere I could, because I have my sweet little Christina, and she was a baby then, and it was pretty hard to find time for reading, but still, every spare minute, every spare second, I read that book. This one I want to tell you about. As far as I remember, I had already filmed a separate video concerning the babysitter, because of this book I gave this one 5.5 out of 5 stars, because this book exceeded all my expectations. It dropped a massive anchor into my bookish heart. I truly adored the plot. Super twisty, super twisty. There are so many twists and turns that just made my heart squeeze every time the main characters got into another trap, into another challenge, and so on and so forth. So the writing style was incredibly easy and enjoyable, dynamic as well. So I remember that I literally devoured and swallowed this book, but I devoured every single chapter, every single moment and events the main characters were coming through. This book just one more big gem by Emma Curtis. Just take a look how incredible and cute the book cover is. So this one is also one of my favorites, and when I finished, as far as I remember, there was one more cute story concerning this book. As soon as I finished reading it, I saw that there was the next one in process, and I ordered it, and just like the commuter arrived earlier than I expected, and I was so happy about that. So, and here we go to the latest book by incredibly talented Emma Curtis. So this one is one of my favorite ones. Oh, I forgot about synopsis. Three women, three secrets. Incredible stories, super twisty, incredibly captivating, mesmerizing, unputdownable. I literally read this book every spare second. Claudia's life imploded 10 years ago when she was convicted of the murder of her child. Now she has done the unthinkable and confessed to manslaughter in order to be granted parole, her only hope of finding out what really happened to Tilly. Sarah is married to Joe, Claudia's ex-husband, and they have a young child together. She finally has everything she ever wanted, but Claudia's release threatens the perfect life she has created. Anna was the babysitter who let Claudia and Joe down on the day their daughter disappeared. Married with a child of her own, Claudia's reappearance in her quiet cul-de-sac is an awesome surprise. These three women are tied together in more ways than they realize, but only one of them is capable of killing. Whoa, this book just yay! I bet that as soon as you dive into this gem, you won't get enough, because every single chapter ends up with their intriguing a sentence that makes you jump into another one. Every single chapter is a big win. So one more damn incredible, deeply psychological domestic thriller by Emma Curtis that will make your goosebumps running back and forth while you will be reading this awesome book. So, and here we go to the latest book by one of my favorite writers ever, Emma Curtis. So here we go, The Commuter. I had already filmed a brief short video concerning this book. So here is synopsis. I used to dread rush hour, now I live for it. Rachel wakes up from a coma to discover her controlling husband has been killed and the police suspect her of involvement. But all Rachel can recall from the last few weeks are tantalizing flashes of a fellow commuter, a man whose name she doesn't know, a man who has disappeared without a trace. Now Rachel is a wealthy widow and the vultures are circling wanting her in prison for murder and falling dead. Can Rachel discover the truth in time to save herself? Whoa! First of all, the book cover. The book cover is amazing. The name of the book is perfect, and it reminds me one of the movies with Liam Neeson. I don't remember the name of the movie, but the plot is also in some moments reminds me of about the movie with one of my favorite actors ever. But the book is better with no doubt. So. The plot is super twisty, as well as in other books, but in this one it's tricky, it's twisty, it's full of so many turns, tense turns, unexpected turns, surprising turns. I truly adored it. Every chapter is pretty short, and every chapter is a big win because I've got hooked to every single chapter, and I just like one more chapter because every single chapter is mind-blowing, intriguing, and the author managed to keep in suspense the reader at the end of every chapter, making the reader wants to read more and more and more to the end of the book. the characters, once again, the characters, as well as in all the other books by Emma Curtis, the characters are perfectly thought out. All the emotions, feelings, features are incredibly vividly portrayed. You can feel her with them, you can talk with them, you can hear them, you can like live for all their lives with them during the whole book. So I felt this solid emotional bridge or this solid emotional connection with all the characters from early beginning till the end. And surely I adore the main character. It's a strong male character, in my humble opinion, with their deep backstory, with their challenging experience. Won't make any spoilers, but Rachel is truly a strong female character, and I truly adore this feature of this book. The writing style, I've told you, it's brilliant, it's dynamic, easy to read, enjoyable to read. I have a lot of quotes right here. In my previous video, I told you about one quote, but I will tell you some more. One of the quotes that Emma Curtis is also a master of creating deeply psychological, wise, brief quotes that are always drop a huge anchorage to my bookish heart. So one of them is the following. When you're a crow to a child, you're planting a seed. For me as a mom, this quote means a lot, and it makes me to process it deeply. It gives me a brief but very just like wise lesson, and one more reminder concerning kids and raising children. So the next quote, I will here we go. Yeah, life is too short to be angry at people you love. One more brief, short, but still deeply wise quote by Emma Curtis. So everything concerning this book felt perfect for me. The book cover, and here we go. The book cover is perfect. The name of the book is perfect. At least for me, it's just my humble opinion, but I do hope that you will enjoy and savor this one, The Commuter, as well as the other books by Emma Curtis as much as I did. The plot is mind-blowing, the writing style is perfect, enjoyable and dynamic with a short chapters. Every single chapter is a big win, don't forget. The characters are memorable, solid, memorable, vivid, brilliant characters. I truly adore all of them. Some of them in negative aspect, some of them in positive aspect, but still the characters are solid, and I truly adore them. The quotes, I've just told you some of them. I do hope that you will find some quotes for yourself, because Emma Curtis is a master of great quotes. So, it seems to me it's obvious. Would I read the next book by this author, by incredible Emma Curtis? Obviously, yeah. I gave this book 5.5 stars because it's perfect for me. It's perfect. Emma Curtis is a brilliant author who keeps creating deeply psychological domestic thrillers and unputdownable domestic psychological thrillers with exciting, captivating plots, with a memorable and vivid characters, with a brilliant writing style, with a short and mind-blowing chapters. She managed to create incredible wise quotes. I couldn't ask her for a better book by Emma Curtis. So I do hope that you will enjoy reading all the books by Emma Curtis as much as I did. My collection keeps growing by Emma Curtis. So I do hope that Emma Curtis is working on her next awesome deeply psychological domestic thriller, or probably she will choose another genre for herself, but I bet whatever genre Emma Curtis chooses for the next book, it will be awesome, because she's a great writer. She's an awesome, talented writer with incredible writing style that makes you read one more chapter till the midnight, and probably the whole night, and early in the morning when your kids are waking up and have to go to preschool and school, and you're so sleepy because you were reading the Emma Curtis book from cover to cover and couldn't get enough. So I do hope that I managed to transfer and to show you all my emotions, feelings, and musings about this incredible author and her latest book, The Commuter. Probably you will start from the first one, The One Little Mistake, because this one probably I don't know, they are not connected with with other books are not connected, but still every single book is a big, bookish, or great, or incredible journey, or deeply psychological. Emma Curtis is a master of creating this deep psychological structure in plot, in characters, in writing style, having finished reading all of them from One Little Mistake to Commuter, I felt like I was still living with all the characters. I was processing their deeds, I was processing their thoughts, I was contemplating concerning their decisions, their choices, or the way how they are balanced in these challenging situations. I was wondering how I would act in this or that situation. So, all the books by Emma Curtis, and this one are just incredible. So, to not make this video too long, I do hope that you will enjoy reading all the books by incredible Emma Curtis, from One Little Mistake, let's do it once again because I can't get enough, and I do hope that I will give you all my emotions, and after that you will probably order one of the books by Emma Curtis. So, One Little Mistake, when I find you. So, the night you left, or keep her quiet. Oh, this one, the cover and the plot, I loved it. Invite me in. And babysitter is also one more gem by Emma Curtis, and commuter. So if you probably have read already read some books by Emma Curtis, I would curious to know which one is your favorite one. If you still haven't read, tell me what book sounds greater for you, sounds intriguing and captivating for you. So I'm really truly curious to know your opinion if you had already read some books by Emma Curtis. If you still haven't read, please let me know which one would you like to choose, and if you read some of the books by Emma Curtis, please let me know, because I am truly curious whether I succeeded in transfer all my emotions, boiling emotions concerning our books by Emma Curtis to you through the screen of my phone. So, still thank you so much for dropping by and watching the video about Emma Curtis books. Stay safe, take care, and happy reading! Book lovers, I'm Khodakivska. This is Cat Joseph, my fluffy assistant. Thank you so much for dropping by and watching this video. We do hope that you will enjoy reading them as much as we did. Stay safe, take care, and happy reading! See you soon. Bye!